Alright, so we got our tea party. It's almost ready. We just need one more plate for Junior Boy plush.
Where my plate?
I'm gonna get your plate, don't worry. Here it is. No! You might be asking, why am I looking at Larry Boy in the Fifth from Outer Space again? Well, it's been over, 8 years since my initial review on Larry Boy's first legit adventure, and a lot can happen in just 8 years. With the 2026 Larry Boy movie apparently in the works. Now, I say apparently because, well, VeggieTales has been silent on the matter after their initial announcement. Yeah, way to tell us some great news by screwing up your announcement post. Yeah, it's a great time to be a Larry Boy fan, right? So let's go back to a much simpler time where Larry Boy was treated to his first adventure, one where he nearly gets eaten by a space alien who has a huge appetite for little asparagus boys who lie about breaking a piece of dinnerware. So the Larry Boy universe starts here. Yeah, this was way before Awful Alvin had crossed worlds by going from hand-drawn to CG, thus being responsible for putting the Larry Boy multiverse into motion. Yeah, that's a story for another day.
What you need is a story.
Shut up, Feb. But you're right. We gotta get into the meat of this video. So we get a letter from a kid named
Ezio Vieri in Hackensack, New Jersey.
And Ezio is contemplating on whether to tell a lie or tell the truth about something. And his friends are telling him to lie about it. It's like, what did he do? I don't know. Anyway, let's shut the lights off and leave Bob in the dark as we zoom in from the clouds and watch two kids walk out of a movie theater. By the way, they repeat the same formula of the two kids walking out of a movie theater in another episode, the Rumor Read episode. Yeah, you just gotta wait a couple more years.
The space aliens sucked all those cows and then switched brains with the cows so they could come back to Earth and infiltrate our society unnoticed.
Okay, that sounds riveting. I mean, if Big Idea came out and said that that was part of the plot to the upcoming Larry Boy movie, maybe I'll forgive them for staying silent about the production so far. But instead, Percy and his brother see a falling object in the sky. What is it, an asteroid? A meteor? Well, let's just take Jimmy and Jerry's word for it.
Why did we want to work at the Bumbleberg Science Lab? Because we wanted to see space aliens.
NASA at its finest.
Excuse me, Master Larry.
Yes, Alfred.
Well, gee, I didn't think we were gonna get this much slapstick in the first 5 minutes of this thing. So Larry Boy sees the signal in the sky, and he goes off to save the day. You know what? It doesn't seem like they told Larry Boy what the problem was. Otherwise, there would have been a scene where either Alfred or the two lazy scientists fill him in on what's going on. But we don't have time for that, so throw up the title card and let's go. Okay, don't worry everyone, it was just a false alarm. Just call animal control and call it a night. Cut to next day, where no one in this neighborhood is concerned about what happened the night before. It's okay, what happened was only a silent fart.
Tea party is almost ready. We just need one more plate for Mr. Snuggly.
Tea party? I'm not here for a tea party. I'm here for the plot.
I know just where to get one. Up there.
Don't.
Mr. Snuggly is a very special bear. He deserves a special plate. I gotta go.
Well, Laura, you're no help. So let's see who's behind Mr. Snuggly.
The name is Fibrilius Minimus, but you can call me Fib.
With manners like that, I should just kick you right out!
Where's Barnaby when you need him? Unfortunately, this is 1997, so Billy Bust-Up wasn't a thing back then. Instead, we get a classic case of what not to do when a stranger enters your house.
What you need is a story.
Look, I know I played this clip earlier, but seriously, this is crazy. There's a strange creature in the house, and no one has called the authorities yet. Heck, they haven't even called Larry Boy yet, who's still on the road trying to figure out what's going on. I hear these arguments. Well, LarryBoy doesn't save the day in this episode. He doesn't do anything in this episode. What does he do? Well, it also doesn't help that our kid character is just as brain dead as his parents.
I think what you've been through today was punishment enough. What do you think, Dad?
I think you're right.
Trust me, that comes later. So Fib convinces Junior to lie about who broke the plate, and the dad, since he's brain dead, like I said earlier, believes his son that Laura's imaginary apple chopper did the deed.
She said she had to demonstrate her apple chopper.
And since the parents are okay with their son going out with strangers, we cut to LarryBoy patrolling the streets trying to figure out what the plot of this video is.
Hello, boy.
Are you kidding me? The space alien was right there! God, are there any more idiots in this town?
I just came from Laura's house. She got in trouble for breaking your dad's bowling plate. She says she didn't break it.
She's right.
Wow. Junior's gonna tell the truth. Well, didn't expect the video to come to an end this early. Actually, he's gonna tell another lie, saying that Laura's brother Lenny broke the plate.
He gave it to a crocodile who chewed it up for quite a while.
How Lenny has access to a wild animal is beyond me. But then again, this sounds far-fetched. Surely Percy would know better.
Gee, I didn't think Lenny was capable of that kind of violence.
Junior, I will always be your little Fib.
I'm just gonna put these two clips side by side and let my brain melt for a moment.
What a story! I'm telling you, kid, you've got the gift.
Really?
Yeah, the gift of lying is a lot more of a curse than anything. In other words, if you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Speaking of stupidity, are we seriously gonna ignore the big elephant in the room? Or the big Fib in the room? Or street? Or why doesn't he see that? Seriously, LarryBoy, why didn't you see that? That's twice already!
There are no space aliens in Bumbleberg.
I mean, seriously, what do you have to do to get this monster? What do you have to do to see him? I mean, what do you want? A sign spinner? He was right there!
There he is.
Have at him. So Junior tells another lie.
It was these space aliens. They came down and they grabbed these.
You know what?
cows.
I'm just gonna switch out Junior with Barnaby in this clip, because I'm sick and tired of seeing stupidity on screen.
It was these space aliens. They came down and they grabbed these cows and they switched brains with the cows, and the cows broke the plate.
Nothing but a big, fat, ugly...
Hi, Junior. Don't worry, Junior. A little Fib couldn't hurt anybody, right?
Oops, got my clips mixed up. So Fib threatens to kill everybody. Yeah, that's the best way I can put it, folks. And we get camera angles of him stepping on cars, destroying buildings, and chasing after useless cops. Meanwhile, the titular character is at home playing Candyland.
Why are you doing this to me? I thought you were my friend.
I thought the stupidity was over. You seriously thought he was your friend? Seriously, Junior, you never as much as made a peep when the Fib first came into your house. You never introduced him to your dad, and Dad was way too stupid to know that there was a frickin' stranger in the house. So I guess the message of this video is that you should listen to people who break into your house. Keep in mind, we do not condone this message. And we also don't condone this bit where Fib looks like he's trying to look good for the camera.
And you belong to me.
Not so fast, monster!
Swipe left. So LarryBoy shows up to finally fulfill the video's promise of there being a LarryBoy in LarryBoy and the Fit from Outer Space, because he hasn't really done anything yet.
Laddie, what's happening?
Yeah, don't run. Walk to the water tower. It's not like you have somebody hostage and, want to challenge our hero. Dude, haul ass! Speaking of hauling ass, it takes 1 minute and 13 seconds for our hero to actually get up and go. By the time he leaves, that dang snatcher from Splatoon 3 Salmon Run would have already collected all the eggs. But then again, we really need to learn about Alfred's inability to label
Is that what all these new buttons are for?
Unfortunately, I haven't had time to label them.
Oh dear.
Guys, this isn't a video game tutorial. A kid's life is at stake.
Which button is it?
The blue button!
Whitebird!
It's the green one!
Hang on, allow me. What rhymes with mellow? Anyways, we're stuck with the fib dangling Junior, much to the parents' dismay, and much to our dismay and Alfred's. Larry Boy pops out of the plane prematurely. Well, that didn't take long.
Even a little lie can get really big, really fast. You made a really big lie!
Anyways, I'm getting hungry. Anyway, the fib is gonna eat Larry Boy, but just like earlier, when he took his time to get to the water tower, he takes his time eating Larry Boy. I freaking timed this. It takes around 43 seconds to actually go from hand to mouth. And as if we weren't stalling for time, Alfred accidentally unplugs his computer while Larry Boy is going through said 43 seconds.
Boot, you transistorized tormentor! Boot!
Listen, if you're having tech problems at times like these, then you really need to get better equipment. Anyway, Alfred tells us what we already knew at the very beginning, that Junior is the liar, and only he can stop the lie.
I did it! I broke the plate!
Well, Junior, was it worth putting the whole town in danger so that you could keep lying about a plate?
I think what you've been through today was punishment enough.
I think you're right.
Again, was all this worth it, Asparagus family? So the message here is that you shouldn't teach your kids about stranger danger. And if they happen to get kidnapped by strangers, just say that that was punishment for them not knowing better. I mean, that's not something that you should be teaching kids or anyone for that matter. But hey, the overall message here is to not tell a lie. Gotta be Abraham Lincoln. So I'm not lying when I say that this whole adventure was silly. So, cue the Larry Boy theme song. Oh, wait. I can't really play the song because I don't want to get copyright claimed. Larry Boy in the Fifth from Outer Space is a wacky and over-the-top entry into the Larry Boy universe before it became a multiverse. I give this video credit for setting the standard for future Larry Boy videos and episodes, meaning that this superhero is special in an unconventional way. Sure, he's no Batman and he's no Spider-Man, but he's unique. He might not have superpowers, but kind of like Batman, that's okay. As for the episode itself, it's a whole bunch of things. A lot of things are happening. It's insane, it's laughable, scary, creepy, and something to behold. Even though some of the messaging is bad. But hey, it's got a fan base. Who could argue with that? So those are my thoughts on Larry Boy in the Fifth from Outer Space. Even though there's a red one, but we don't talk about the red one because there's no sequel. The actual sequel is Larry Boy and the Rumorwade, which, by the way, I'm thinking about doing a re-review of that in the future, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. If you want to support the show, there's Patreon, there is Ko-Fi, there's also becoming a channel member, whichever floats your boat. You could also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, DeviantArt, all that bang. Ah, that bang. Anyways, don't tell lies. The truth will set you free. John 8:32b. See, I remember that verse, all thanks to this episode. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. Eyes and plunge your ears of the Larry Boy multiverse, signing out. Bye!
Let's put all the pieces together.
Nah, I don't feel like it. Next time, use a paper plate. like when it's whole or whatever. Not like this. Duh.